It's over. Season is done. 51-31 bars. 51-31. The New York Knicks end the season. I don't know why I'm more stressed out about the season being over than the playoffs beginning on Saturday. Because, you know, yeah, opinions are flying, ladies and gentlemen. Opinions are flying. Which is why this video I have left to be completely up to you. I asked you guys over on my YouTube post section as well as on X to see what your guys' temperature is. I'm going to go through the temperature of the Knicks fans, at least some of the Knicks fans right now. I got some good, I got a lot of positive and, you know, sane fans. We're gonna go through all of it. We are going to go through all of it, but the New York Knicks are 51-31. A back-to-back 50-win season goes in the records for the New York Knicks. Hate it or love it, congratulations to our Knicks. I mean, man, I remember when we won, what, 17, 18 games in the season?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your pain?
Thank God those days are done. Let's get into all of it, man. Let's get the temperature in the room, and then maybe I'll talk about how I feel. Run the intro. What's going on, CK Crew? It's your boy CK2K, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Don't forget to like the video. And yeah, man, we did it. We are here. It is that time of the year. This week is play-in week, so the play-in tournament will be taking place this week, and we can thankfully say that the Knicks have no part of that, as we are back-to-back 50 winners, locked in the third seed. We got home court at least for possibly the first round, maybe the second, depending on what happens. It's good to be in the spot we're at, and to be honest, we need it. We need it with the way that we ended off the season, losing some major matchups, but luckily the second and third unit got us the W against the Brooklyn Nets. But enough about that. We can talk about the playoff preview on Thursday's video. Today, I want to give the video to y'all. I used to do a thing on this channel called Reading Your Comments. We had a whole series of it. Y'all really liked it. I wanted to bring it back and make a playoff edition. That's just because Knicks fans have been so emotional. It feels like Knicks fandom has been all over the spectrum when it comes to how they feel about the Knicks. It feels like a lot of people do not think that there is any chance of the Knicks doing anything in the postseason. Some people believe that the Knicks will turn it up another level and play completely different in the postseason than they did in the regular season. There's opinions all over the place. We'll talk about mine at the end, but let's start on the comments. Let's talk about what you guys have to say.
Oh shit, here we go again.
I'm gonna try my best to leave them all in. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna try my best to leave them all in. We'll go to the YouTube post. So shout out to you guys who responded to the YouTube post. There's only a few of you guys, not too many. And Ali Neo, oh, this is gonna be a problem. And Ali, I'm gonna call you Ali, said this: feel good. Technically, we're a better team than last year. 51 wins. I feel that a fault of old good Knicks teams was they'd show their whole hand all season and never crank it up in the playoffs. This has been a trend for 30 years, bro. I still remember screaming at someone other than Patrick Ewing to make a shot. This team seems like it has another gear or another level to reach, and I hope they achieve it during the playoffs. Very good point. I feel like that's going to be a theme. A lot of people believing that the Knicks are going to take that next level. Shout out to the rhyme animal himself, Chuck D, who is a huge Knicks fan, also supports the channel and Knicks Fan TV, and he has said the same thing. He is expecting the Knicks to take that next level when it comes to the playoffs. Pen Terror. I feel like I said that right. Weird. Our three-point attempt and three-point defense aren't up to NBA standards, and that above all is going to make the playoffs rough. Good statement. That's a good point. Yeah, three-pointers has not been our greatest asset this season. I feel like there are games where we see the Knicks go balls to the wall, making the three ball with ease, and then there's been a lot more games where it was the other way, and we're struggling to find offense. And in the playoffs, we don't have that luxury of being able to struggle too often, because you struggle 1, 2, 3 games and you find yourself in a hole. So yeah, I think that's a very good point. Pin Terror. And last but not least, Josh Smooth 9129 said, I like this team's development, but the rookies need to show love. See, I'm not the crazy one. That's what you typed. I know what you mean. The rookies need love too, is what you're trying to say, and they need to pick up Moses Brown before they lose a good opportunity. I think Tibbs is a good coach, but he don't get out his stubborn way. We need a coach that utilize all his best players and rookies to use them to their best abilities to win a championship. We haven't won since '85, and if Tibbs can't do it, we need to move on from him. Josh Smoove, as much as I struggle to get through your comment, I completely agree. I'll go back from saying the rookies, I'll say the younger players. I mean, we're a veteran-heavy team right now. I feel like if the rookie makes sense to be played, then yes, let them be a part of the rotation. I don't think we need to force them to be a part of the rotation, but I also don't believe that we should be running an 8-man rotation throughout the regular season. I think you are fine playing 9 to 10 players throughout the regular season. Some games might be more because of back-to-backs and whatnot, and unfortunately that's not the Tom Thibodeau way. So where you're talking about that and acclimating them and making them a part of the rotation, I do agree, but that's for regular season talk. For the playoffs, now this is where Tom Thibodeau gets to shine. You run the rotation tight. You want it to be 8-man, 9-man rotation. Keep it nice and tight. I completely think that Tom Thibodeau has that on pack, but as far as the regular season goes, figuring out who can do what, who fits where, that's where we gotta, like you're saying, utilize these players to the best of their ability. So Josh Smoove, I agree. I hear what you're saying, but for the playoffs, yeah, unless it's absolutely needed, I don't think the rookies need to be getting too many minutes in the rotation. I don't think that's necessary. Anytime Knicks, shout out to Anytime Knicks saying, Mitch needs to start versus Detroit. Point blank, period. Mitch, I mean, I feel like a lot of our matchups, Mitchell Robinson needs to be starting. I could be wrong. At the very least, either Mitch or Deuce McBride need to be starting. Again, I'm gonna give my full opinion at the end of this video. Bankai, shout out to Bankai, New Tape City over on Twitter. He said, all or nothing. I don't care who we play. I'm here to support my guys. Also, I want Mitch to start next to Cat, though, or at least finish the game. Yeah, I think that's going to be a common sentiment, and I agree with it. Roly, R-O-L-Y, said Knicks in 5. My prediction, Knicks in 6 reality. I'll give my take on that at the end. Knicks and Dime, saying Knicks in 5, and I'm being generous. Confidence, baby. Confidence. I love it. Flyboy dropping the Obama gif saying, fire Tibbs. After the playoffs, of course, and he dropped the mic. Tommy A saying, feeling good, bro. We gotta stop Cade. They gotta stop JB, Cat, OG, and Mikal. If they're all playing well, it's gonna be a problem for other teams, for sure. Josh P saying Tibbs needs a good punch. Tibbs needs a good punch to the face about his ability to not adjust mid-game to literally any issues we are having. I believe he thinks he goes so hard on his pre-game decisions that he approaches the game with a pre-planned attack and refuses to update it in the moment. Josh, you are 1,000% correct. He definitely has that high school mantra where he, before he goes to bed at night, he makes sure that his lineup is already set. This person's playing this amount of minutes, this person coming in at this time. That is who Tom Thibodeau is. And yeah, it is. I don't know about punching him in the face, but yeah, it's a big pet peeve of mine as well. So I hear you on that. But again, I'm asking for the playoffs. I don't know if that really matters playoff-wise. Playoffs, you know who our rotation is going to be. You're running an 8-man, maybe a 9-man rotation. You keep it tight. That's just how it goes in the playoffs. But now the adjustments, that's where it comes down to. That's the real question. Will Tom Thibodeau adjust according to who our matchup is? Or is he going to try and force other teams to adjust to us? Randy Sherman simply dropped a GIF with Bill Hader saying, like a slice of butter melting on top of a big old pile of flapjacks. I have no idea what to make of that at all, Randy. I feel like there's something philosophical there that is completely going over my head because butter melted on a flat, it's a good feeling. So you're saying that you feel good? I love the GIF game, Randy. I love the GIF game. Vasco saying, I don't know why, but I have this feeling we're about to witness something special. Everyone is healthy, and I believe they'll be completely focused and with one objective to win no matter what. Love that. A lot of people thinking that they're gonna turn up the energy. I like it. E. Stalling said, time to make the donuts. Feeling good, Knicks in 5 versus Detroit. Okay. All right. Look, we got a lot of the positive side of Twitter responded to my tweet. The negatives probably want to stay in the shadows. But for the most part, a lot of people are feeling confident, and that's good. Then the question is, where do I stand? I feel the same way. Yes, it has been a very shaky, all over the place type of season for the New York Knicks. Yes, we've won 51 games, but the majority of those wins, hell, a lot of those wins came from us beating up on the bad teams. But the point of the matter is this team knows how to fight when these things matter in a 7-game series. It's different when you're playing against the same team and the first one to 4 wins, you get to game plan only for that team across from you. They do something in one game, you plan for it, you prepare for it, and you fix it in the very next game. And I feel like that is going to be something that's going to help this team out in the long run. I feel like we match up well against Detroit. I understand Cade Cunningham's ability, but maybe we figure out that Deuce McBride can continue to be a solid defender on him. Maybe it's going to be up to OG or Mikal Bridges to have the assignment on him. They'll figure it out. Maybe one night it's this person, the other night somebody else. It all comes down to matchups, and we have the personnel for a lot of these matchups. I like our personnel against Detroit. Detroit is a very hungry team. They play a lot like the Detroit Lions. They're a young squad that play for the heart of the city. They do what they got to do, but I like the Knicks' depth better. I like what we have better. Could we start players instead of certain? Yes, I do think that I'd rather either see Jalen Brunson and Deuce McBride as our starting pair in the backcourt, or I'd rather see Mitchell Robinson and Karl-Anthony Towns starting together, depending on the matchup. That doesn't take anything away from Josh Hart. Josh Hart can still do what Josh Hart does with playing the same amount of minutes coming off the bench. He did that before when he was first brought to the New York Knicks. That's nothing new for him. It's not slander. It just helps us out getting a better grasp on the defensive end to start off the games if you start one of those two in these lineups, especially if we're talking about a matchup against Detroit or matchups against Boston, Cleveland, whoever it is we see going forward. But for me, my prediction is Knicks in 6. I want to jump in the hype and say Knicks in 5. I would love that. I would love to come to this video when the series is over and the Knicks win by 5, win a 5-game series, and say I was wrong. I can't wait for that moment. I just want to give some respect to the Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons have played hard all season long. This is a new atmosphere for them, but at the same time, they have a strong mentality. They play gritty. They play tough. I feel like that kind of stuff is still going to help them out in this series against us, and it's going to give us a little push that we need, because we need to start getting a little bit tougher. So hopefully them being tough helps us toughen up going forward in the playoffs. I see the Knicks winning in 6. It's going to be a 4-2 series. That's my prediction. If I didn't read your comment in this video, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What is your prediction? How do you think this series ends? But if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell. Don't forget to like this video. New York Knicks, Detroit Pistons, game 1 on Saturday. Stay positive, Knicks fans. Stay strong. I'll see y'all Thursday. Peace.